For those of you that are experiencing any sort of inflammation in your body, doing a 48-hour water
Bestie, when people hear 48 hours water fast, they usually think it's something extreme, impossible, dangerous thing that only fitness influencers can do. But sis, the truth is almost everyone can do it safely if they understand what's happening in their body and prepare for it. So in today's video, we're dipping down into the what 48 hours water fast really does for fat loss, how it feels, why some people swear about it. So I've put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back share my 2 cents.
For those of you that are experiencing any sort of inflammation in your body, doing a 48-hour water fast will genuinely change your life. Here's everything that I drink on my 48-hour water fast, so let's get into it. First thing that I always start off with is taking 1 tablespoon or 1 capful of apple cider vinegar and diluting it in a glass of hot water. I drink this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach because apple cider vinegar actually helps balance your insulin levels, helps lower your cortisol levels, improve your gut health, and improve your skin health. If you're somebody that always has sugar cravings or salt cravings, this will literally curb those cravings. For most of the day, you will be drinking lots and lots of water. So I bounce back between hot water and cold water, and then I also throw in some tea as well. It's important that you always add some sort of electrolytes to your water so that your body stays nice and hydrated. Because you are drinking a lot of water, water will deplete your electrolytes in your body, so it's always important to replenish it with an electrolyte dropper, or you can also use some lemon and Himalayan salt and add that to your water. On top of all of this, I also incorporate 3 other things. I incorporate celery juice, which I'm gonna go ahead and make very shortly, a balance hormone tea, also my spearmint tea, because I will definitely be showing you guys a before and after picture of what my face looks like, just to show you how much inflammation literally goes down in 48 hours.
So I just completed my first ever 48-hour fast, so I want to tell you guys a bit about my experience with it because honestly it's been life-changing. I'm going to start with the reasons why I decided to do a 48-hour fast. Mental discipline, mental clarity. I've been having some toxic situations and I just wanted to restart my brain and prove to myself that I could do this. Next reason is lower inflammation. I'm going on holiday very soon and I just want to feel my healthiest self because I am going on a solo trip, so I just want to be feeling very confident. Third reason is obviously a little bit of weight loss, just to kickstart it, but that's really not on a high reason for me at all. If you told myself 2 years ago I was going to be not eating any food for 2 days, I would have said that's so unhealthy, that's disordered, that's toxic. Because in the past, years ago, when I was 14, I'm 20 now, I did struggle with bulimia. That would have just, I would have seen that as really restrictive. I just want to say, disclaimer, if you have any eating disorders, I would not fast. It's not about trying to starve yourself to look a certain way. That's not what fasting is at all. So if you have an unhealthy relationship with food, I would not recommend fasting. So I'm going to start with how much weight I lost because I know people they're interested in that stuff. So I lost 3 kgs over the 2 days and I've kept it off so far. It's been a day now, but I'll see how that goes going forward. Obviously that's a lot of water weight, but I feel like it was a bit of fat as well. I kind of lose fat very easily. Not gonna lie, because I've never done a 48-hour fast before, I didn't prepare for it the best. I didn't feel amazing the first 24 hours. I felt very lethargic, tired, and honestly I was gonna give up at the 24-hour mark. But 48 hours, I felt pretty amazing actually. I felt so happy, euphoric. This video is really long, so I'm just going to round it up and say I recommend a 48-hour fast. Honestly, it made me feel amazing, and yeah.
If you want to start intermittent fasting but you've never done it before, here is where to begin. Do not jump into a long, multi-day fast if you've never done it before. It'll be painful. You can work your way up to that using this schedule. It is called 4-4-12. This means we get 4 hours between breakfast and having lunch, 4 hours between lunch and having dinner, and then 12 hours after dinner until you have breakfast the next day. So this might look like breakfast at 8 a.m., say lunch at 1 p.m., and dinner at 7 p.m. And depending on how long it took you to eat each of those meals, you've got about 5 hours between each one. And if you finish dinner at 8, you've got 12 solid hours before breakfast the next day. The goal of the 4 hours between breakfast and lunch and dinner is to skip the snacks. The actual number of hours doesn't really matter that much. What matters is that you're not snacking. Now, here is what your blood sugar will look like if you do this. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now, the key to making this doable, making it feel easy, is to make sure each of your meals have 3 things: protein, fat, and fiber. These 3 things are key to keeping your blood sugar looking like this instead of like this. Having a balanced blood sugar like this means our insulin levels stay balanced as well. Once you get comfortable with this 4-4-12 schedule, you can mix it up a little bit. You can start pushing breakfast a little bit later, or maybe having dinner a little bit earlier. Personally, I like to have breakfast at 10 a.m., lunch around 1 p.m., and an early dinner around 5 p.m. I eat all 3 meals, but I still get a 16-hour fast. Play around with it, find something that's easy for you. The most important things are that you skip the snacks and you get a solid amount of time between dinner and breakfast the next day.
Okay, I already know this is gonna outrage so many of you, but a lot of you are asking how I break my longer 36-hour and up fast. Right now I'm at 40 hours. I don't follow any rules. I'm eating Whataburger. I do think if you hit 48 hours or longer, you should break your fast with something gentle. Think bone broth, think avocado and eggs. And if you wanna stay in fat burning mode, break it with something like that. However, I'm not scared of seed oils, and I eat healthy 80 to 90% of the time, and the rest of the time you can catch me with a honey butter chicken biscuit in my hand and a Coca-Cola. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm about 30 minutes from completing a 48-hour fast. I want to show you how I'm going to break my fast. It's literally just as important, if not more important, than actually doing the fast in the first place. If this is freaking you out or sounding extreme, let me just tell you that I prepared myself very well for this. I did not just jump into it. There are incredible benefits and really good reason for doing a fast like this. Take a screenshot of this fasting timeline so that you can see the massive benefits at each hour mark. You shouldn't be feeling tired, groggy, dizzy, irritable. Any of that means that maybe you didn't prepare as well this time, and next time you should do a little better. So I did not dive into this fast the day after Thanksgiving. Instead, I waited until I had a couple days of eating a lot cleaner, watching my carbohydrate intake, and really making sure that I prioritize healthy protein, healthy fats, vegetables. Those things are going to make my fast so much more comfortable. But most people around hour 20 or so, 21, they start feeling like they don't want to do this anymore. And I promise if you push through that, it gets better. I exercised, I worked all day both days, so I will show you what I'm going to eat. I'm going to start with my fiber supplement. I'm going to wait 5 to 15 minutes for that to thicken up. Then I'm going to eat this ceviche that has fish and vegetables and avocado, good healthy fat. Skip the tortilla shell, but I'll definitely be having some of these beans. If you've been considering a fast, but you haven't taken the plunge, I have some amazing tools that will help you. I also have fasting calendars. Hit me up in comments.
So it's been officially 48 hours that I've been fasting, y'all. Oh my God. When I tell you this is not easy, I'm using watermelon to break my fast. This is the real watermelon with the seeds in it. If y'all ain't got the one with the seeds in it, it ain't doing its job. It's not properly hydrating you. Get this one with the seeds in it so you can get your minerals and your vitamins that you need, okay? So I left work early because my body was just doing some strange stuff. Also, I noticed that my breath was smelling bad. I had to look that up. Like, what is going on? My breath ain't never in life smelled like this. But it's all a part of fasting, y'all. Look it up. It's so crazy. But look at this little tool I got, y'all. Ain't it cute? Ain't this tool cute? This is so cute. You cut your watermelon easy. I can't even talk, y'all. I'm so hungry. Oh my God. If you're a watermelon lover like I am, I'm gonna just go ahead and put this tool in the orange card below. Get you one.
I am almost 24 hours into my water fast, and my energy levels are definitely low. I am starting to feel really, really hungry at this time, but I know I can do it because I've done it before, and honestly, it's worth just feeling a million times better and having that reset for your body. This water fast is more so of a mental toughness rather than physical toughness. Like, I definitely feel like my mind is just constantly thinking about food 24/7. But maybe that's just like the big back in me. I don't know. But literally, I cannot wait to show you guys my after pictures, my after results, just to show you that in 48 hours, how much inflammation in your body literally goes down when you eliminate food for those times to just like detox and reset your body. Stay tuned, besties.
Let's talk fasting. intermittent fasting, that is. What happens in your body after you eat your last meal? Well, I can show you better than I can tell you. So about 0 to 4 hours after you eat, your body's digesting the food and absorbing the nutrients. That means your blood sugar levels and insulin levels are elevated. That's called your fed state. This means your body is using all of the carbohydrates that you just ate to fuel your system. Then 4 to 8 hours after you started eating, you go into early fasting state. In that stage, your insulin levels start to drop. Then your body starts to use glycogen for storage. Glycogen is stored glucose or carbs. 8 to 12 hours after your last meal, then your body starts to transition into fasting mode. At that stage, all your glycogen stores are depleted and the body starts to shift towards using fat for energy. This is when the process of autophagy starts. And that means the body starts to recycle the old stuff it doesn't need anymore. 12 to 16 hours after your last meal, this is when a process called ketosis begins. That's when your fat become ketone bodies and your body is able to use that as a new fuel source. And this is when healing really, really shines. 16 to 24 hours after your last meal, deep ketosis, deep healing occurs. Your body resets all sorts of damage. Finally, for those overachievers amongst us, if you extend your fast after 24 hours, you get even more benefit. You improve insulin sensitivity, which reduces insulin resistance, which leads to diabetes. You increase your growth hormone. You reduce all sorts of disease, including autoimmune disease. You reset your gut. You give yourself a dopamine reset. You lose weight. And by the way, weight loss is a side benefit. The main reason we fast is to heal our body. Fasting is a principle. This is how our ancestors ate, and this is how we should eat. We should give our bodies time to heal. The principle is your body cannot digest and heal at the same time. So as you can see, the longer you can wait between your last meal and your next meal, that's when your body goes into ultra healing mode. Good luck.
Okay guys, I'm going to tell you how my 48-hour fast went. My 48 fast consists of nothing but water. So from Sunday at 12 a.m. all the way to today. Yes, this morning is Tuesday to 12 a.m. I had nothing but water. I was actually drinking nothing but essential water. And I can't lie, I liked it. Now, during this fast, I thought that I was going to be like starving and just real irritable and stuff like that. And I have to admit, I really think it's a mental game because, sorry, there was somebody outside. I think that it's really a mental game because I was not feeling none of that. Like my stomach was making like growling noises, like doing all that, but besides just drinking some water and just like thinking about other stuff and keeping myself occupied, I must admit this fast was like top notch. I was originally supposed to be doing 3 days, but I ended up breaking it for 2 because I didn't want to break my fast while I was at work, and then I have like a bad reaction to food. I didn't know how I was going to react, so I'd rather be in the house and do that. So yeah. Also, what did I want to say? I feel like everyone should fast, honestly. Like, if you don't have no medical reasons on why you can't fast, then go at least try 1 day, 1 day to 2 days, maybe 3 days. I know some people that go 7 days without anything, a few months without anything, like 42 days. I usually hear people say they do that. I'm not doing that, but my bad. I had to think about what the fuck I was gonna say. So what did I break my fast with? I broke it with a banana. That was my pistachios. I broke it with a banana, an apple, and some kiwi. When I had that kiwi, it was really, really sweet. So I'm like, ooh. And I'm actually happy because one of the main reasons why I fasted was because I wanted to like fix my stomach. Just gut health was like the main reason, and you know, that was really it. But the next time I fast, I'll probably try to do the 72-hour fast, but I would say my experience was probably like an 8 out of 10. Some tips for when you do fast: of course, make sure you're drinking water, you're getting rest. I would say go outside, take a walk when the sun is rising and stuff, get some sun on you, wear sunscreen, and just, you know, speak good to yourself, positive affirmations, positive vibes and stuff. Like, that would really help. And yeah, moving forward, I'm gonna try to make some vegan recipes. I don't think I'm gonna fully go vegan. I'm not even gonna get up here and lie like that. Yeah, that's it.
Intermittent fasting does not work if you get this one thing wrong, and almost everyone does. This all relates to a hormone called insulin. Intermittent fasting is not just about eating fewer calories. It's actually an insulin reduction strategy. That means how you break your fast can make or break your results. Here's the number one mistake that most people are making. People break their fast with carbs, oatmeal, cereal, fruit, toast, bagels. Imagine your body like an empty sink. If you pour sugar into it first thing, it rushes straight through, spiking your blood sugar and insulin sky high. Those glucose spikes cause crashes, which lead to hunger, and elevated insulin levels, which block the breakdown of fat, block fat burning, and stimulate your body to store fat. Instead, fill the sink first with fiber, fat, and protein. This slows down the absorption of sugar and keeps your blood sugar steady. Exactly what intermittent fasting was designed to do. Comment part 2 and I'll give you 5.
That's a video, besties. I'm just here just to add on like what I think about today's video. In today's video, talking about 48 hours water fast for fat loss. Bestie, let's start with the mindset behind the water fast. A lot of people jump into extreme fasting because they're desperate to lose weight quickly, and I get it. Sometimes you feel stuck, bloated, inflamed, and disappointed in yourself. But the 48 hours water fast should never be used as a punishment. It's a reset, a mental and physical reset that gives your digestive system a break and gives your body a chance to tap into fat store that normally it doesn't allow. Once you start that fast, the first hours feel easy because your body is still burning the food you already ate. But as you move deeper, something powerful happens. Your insulin starts to drop, and your insulin drops, your body finally gets permission to burn fat aggressively. This is a part no one talks about. Most people are not overweight because they eat too much. They are overweight because their insulin stays high or they're from consistent snacking. A 48 hours water fast forces you to your insulin to sit down and be quiet and let your body do the fat burning itself it was created to do. During the fast, your body enters a state called ketosis. This is where your fat cells finally get opened and used for energy. The stubborn belly fat you've been fighting for months. During a fast, your body targets that. Your waistline starts to shrink, not because you're starving, but because the body is switching fuel sources. You're no longer running on the sugar, you're running on stored fat. And this is why many people lose a noticeable amount of weight after 48 hours water fast. But beyond the fat loss, there's a mental shift. You become aware of how much you eat out of boredom, stress, habit, or emotions. A fast shows you that you are in control, not your cravings. And let me tell you, when you hit the 24 hours mark, something changes. The hunger quits down, your mind becomes sharper, and you're sharper, and you feel lighter. This is where most people realize how powerful the body really is. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest benefits of 48 hours fast. It's reduced inflammation. So many people are bloated, tired, in pain because their body is inflamed from the food they eat. A water fast gives you body time to repair, detox, and clean up damaged cells. This is why people feel their skin glowing, their stomach flat, and their energy high after the fast. But I also want to keep it real. A 48-hour fast is not easy. You will feel hungry, you might feel tired, you may even get a headache if your body is used to sugar. But the discomfort is temporary, and it teaches you discipline. It teaches you that you don't need to run to the fridge every time you feel cravings. And that discipline carries you in your weight loss journey long after the fast. And let's address this. Yes, you lose weight during a 48 hours fast, but the real magic is what happens after. When you break the fast properly with gentle food like fruits or light meals, you prevent another eating too much and keep that weight off. People who follow the fast with a balanced eating routine see even more fat loss in the days after because their metabolism reset and their hunger levels normalize. A 48 hours fast is not for everybody. If you have certain medical condition, you are pregnant, or you have specific medication, you should not do it. But if you're healthy and looking for a clean reset, a fast burning push, or discipline changes, a short fast can be powerful too. The key is preparation. Go in with intention, hydrate well, rest well needed, and listen to your body. Do not force it. Do not use it as a punishment. Use it as a moment to reconnect with yourself, your healthy, and your goals. And remember, your weight loss is not just about eating less, it's about eating intentionally. A fast is just a tool, not the solution, but if you use it right, It can jumpstart your journey, reduce your cravings, flatten your stomach, and show that you're stronger than you think. So if you're considering 48 hours fast for fat loss, go into it with clarity, confidence, and respect for your body. Your body knows exactly what you do once you give it the space. And sometimes it's the fastest way to lose fat is simply giving your system a break and letting it nature take itself. So basically that's a video. See you in the next episode. Bye.